Hi you guys, welcome back. Okay, so you guys see what time it is. You know what time it is from the title of this video. It is time for me to shop my stash again. I'm trying to be more frequent with shopping my stash so I can enjoy my makeup products more. Heavier rotation, you know what I mean? So this is basically what I have my shop my stash items in right now. Even though I have nice, drawers here on my vanity to put my stuff in, sometimes it's easier for me to just throw it in a little container like this, that has drawers or whatever, because it's mobile, and since I film and stuff like that, sometimes it just makes it easier. I know, I probably don't care, but if you do have, storage issues for your makeup, or you need something large to put a lot of makeup in. I got these from Target. It's like this little 3-drawer unit. This is not part of it. This is the actual unit, and it has 3 drawers. This is a drawer from a different unit that I just put on top because it has my palettes in there. But anywho, let's go ahead and get started. So should we start with the boring stuff or the fun stuff? I don't know. Let's start with the boring stuff. So down here in this drawer, I have like my bronzers and powders and stuff. So let's just start with bronzers. This quickly became a favorite product of mine during the Shop My Stash. This is a ColourPop bronzing stick, and I have the shade Manhattan Beach. If you watched any of my videos, you know that I've just been loving using this bronzer stick. Oh my gosh, perfect shade, and it blends out smoothly. I love this bronzing stick. I'm gonna keep it in rotation, I think. I have 2 boxes over here, as usual. One that I'm going to keep, and one that I'm gonna put back products in my stash. This NYX Buttermelt Bronzer. Very nice bronzer. The shade I have is Butter Than You. I feel like this is too dark for me though. Even though it's a very nice, beautiful bronzer, it's too dark for me. And I don't know. I haven't decided if I'm going to declutter it, because I truly don't know or have anyone close to me that I think this will work for. So I don't know if I'm just going to keep it and repurpose it. But anyway, I feel like it's too dark. Even though it's an amazing bronzer, I feel like it's too dark. Next, I have this one size bronzer trio. This one it's called Made for Shade. It has the shades Legendary, Press Record, and Back Row. And so these are the 3 shades in here, and I was really drawn to this one here in the middle because it looks like it's the deepest, but it's pretty red. So I started using this one up here, which worked out better for me because it's not as red and it still shows up nicely on me. So I didn't even really focus on this. Maybe I should try this one too and see how I like it. But so far, this shade up here I like the best. Nice bronzer also. It's just, it's not like a new favorite or anything, but it is nice. It's going back. Now I pulled this Makeup Geek face trio. This one is Burnished, Chivalry, and Ablaze. And of course, Makeup Geek, is not around anymore. I think she started a perfume brand. Yeah, I believe she started a perfume brand, but I'm not ready to get rid of this yet. I took it out to try it because I was like, I'm not sure, but I really like the shades. The only thing with this face palette is this is really going to have you looking super duper, what's the word? Bronzed, but just like extra warm. And because all of these are extremely pigmented, the highlighter, the blush, the bronzer is all very pigmented. And I kind of like that sometimes. So I'm not really ready to get rid of it yet. So I'm going to put this back in my stash. This NARS, this is new to me. This is the Laguna Ultimate Face Palette 2. I got this, I believe, during the Sephora sale to try it out. Can't open this. Hold on, you guys. Ugh. Sometimes this packaging is just too hard to open, and I ain't trying to break nothing. But it's kind of like a nice deep face palette. Really nice. I really like this. It looked really good on me when I used it. I didn't try out any of the like eyeshadow shades or whatever, but the bronzer and the highlight is really, really nice. Really pretty, works well on my complexion. Next, I have here another new acquisition. This is the Hourglass Ambient Light, and this one is the Lotus palette. Very, very pretty. This one I'm still trying to figure out. Still trying to figure out. It's gorgeous, you know, the blush, highlight, all that stuff. Even the bronzer shows up on me, but I don't know, it's not giving me what I felt like it would give. I feel like I'm used to a more bold look, and this is like very subtle. The blush, not so much the highlight, but the bronzing aspect is very subtle because I know it's supposed to give that ambient light effect on your face. So I feel like I just have to get used to it, use it a little bit more, but it is really, really pretty. For bronzer, I pulled this Soul Body cream bronzer from ColourPop. This one is in the shade Deep. Never used it. I was so stuck on the ColourPop bronzing stick that I never even used this bronzer. And it's a really nice color. I'm sure it would look gorgeous on me. I just never used it. So I think I might actually leave this in my upcoming Shop My Stash just to, you know, play with this a little bit. Okay, powders. My Charlotte Tilbury. This is the Airbrush Flawless Finish in the shade 4. This powder is very nice. It worked out. Oh, look, I'm getting powder everywhere. It worked out very nicely for me. I really love the finish. It's, I don't know really too much to say about it. It's a very nice powder. I enjoyed using it. It's kind of messy. It has a bit of kick up, as you can see, but very, very pretty. Nice shade. It worked excellent for me. This ColourPop Pretty Fresh. I have the shade Deep Dark 21. I wasn't sure about this because it was looking kind of dark. You know, when I opened it up, I was like, it's gonna be too dark for me, but it actually worked out nicely. I think it just looks darker in the pan than it actually looks on the face. So it worked really nicely. I would say I enjoyed the Charlotte Tilbury more than this, but it's still a very nice powder if you want to try it out. It's the ColourPop Pretty Fresh. Looks like that. Okay, so for some lighter powders, I did go ahead and try out this new Sephora 12-hour setting and mattifying powder, translucent. It's well, it's called Universal. And I mean, I highly doubt if it's new, but it's new to me. I bought it during the sales and everything. So it's just a pressed universal translucent powder, and it actually worked out really nicely. I used it all over my face and enjoyed using that. Translucent powders really scare me because I just don't want that white cast at all. But that one, it worked out nicely. So this Easy Bake and Snatch from Huda Beauty in the shade Cinnamon Bun. This definitely is one of my favorite pressed powders. As you can see, I've been going to town with that. This powder, for me, it really just leaves my under eyes and highlighted areas looking nicely blurred, like a nice little filter on there. This powder is great. I love the pressed. I love the loose. I really, really love Huda Beauty powders. This Airspun, the Coty Airspun Loose Face Powder. I pulled this, I believe, during my flashback. No, my flashback Friday, I believe, was the banana powder. But anyway, I pulled this Airspun to, you know, just try it out, see if I liked it, see if I needed to declutter it, and I actually like it. So I'm going to keep it in my collection. This is translucent, and it actually worked out nicely. I just used a light hand with it though, but I can still use this, so I'm not going to declutter it. And then lastly, for powder, this loose powder from Huda Beauty, I grabbed the Cherry Blossom. This one is the little pink powder. Oh my gosh, fell in love with it immediately. The packaging, like how you open this, is kind of interesting because you have to lift up the top and then you have to turn it or something. Oh, you just turn this little handle here and it has this puff. So very interesting packaging or whatever, but I think it's super cute. I'm going to put this in my little travel bag, but I did purchase the pressed in the cherry blossom because I love this loose one so much. I did go ahead and purchase the pressed powder in the cherry blossom. So I will be trying that as well to see if I like it just as much as the loose. Okay, so moving up, next we move into blush and highlight. I'm gonna put this down here. I have powder all over my little table. But so for blush and highlight, let's go ahead and move into some of these items. Let's start with highlighter. This Moira highlighter, gorgeous. This is actually a Sun Glow Face and Body Bronzer in the shade Summer Soul 003. I love using this as a highlighter. I didn't really gravitate to it much because I find that I'm really into liquid products right now. So I just kept reaching for my liquid highlighter, but this is an amazing, gorgeous highlighter, you know, very affordable from Moira. So if you're looking for something like that, and as you can see, that's going to last me forever. This Ciate London Confetti Highlighter, another one that I didn't reach for very much because I really was into my liquid bag the past month. But this highlighter is gorgeous. I'm telling you, I already know it's gorgeous. I've used it several times and it's always been super gorgeous. I don't know if you can see that. It might be trying to focus on the compact, but yeah, this highlighter is just beautiful. You see that? One more time. It's gorgeous. So yeah, I love this highlighter. I just didn't use it a whole lot, but I already know I love it. And then lastly, this Sephora Colorful Luminizer. I have the shade Blinding Bronze, and this is new to my collection. I bought this during the sales. This is gorgeous as well. Very pretty. I don't feel like it's super duper like blinding as the name would suggest. I feel like it is a very nice, gorgeous, subtle highlight. So it's that one right there. It's a pretty nice, subtle look. So really pretty, nothing remarkable, but I enjoyed using it. Now this this is what stole the show during this whole Shop My Stash, because I use this almost every time I did my makeup. My Crush XO Hustle and Glow. I mean, there are several liquid highlighters, bronzers, things like that you can purchase on the market. This one, I don't even know. It seems like I got this from a subscription box or something back in the day, because I don't remember purchasing this. But anyway, this stuff is really pretty. And I would just, you know, put a little bit on my hand and use a brush and just tap that down underneath my powder. And it just gave me this nice, beautiful glow on my face underneath my powder and stuff. So yeah, even though it's pretty bold and blinding, I'm really more into a subtle highlight now. So I like to use this underneath my powder, sometimes even before foundation, just so that it kind of barely comes through, but you can see it and it's still gorgeous. So yeah, this is Crush XO Hustle and Glow. I believe they still sell this. I'm not sure. So actually I'm going to keep that. That's going to stay in my Shop My Stash. So let's move on to some blushes. This Cheek Dew Serum Blush from ColourPop. This became one of my favorite, like, you know, pre-blush blushes. Putting this on underneath my powder and then putting a powder blush on top of it. I really enjoyed doing that. This one is in the shade Hibiscus. If you're curious, the shade is gorgeous. And I really like these. They're very dewy though. So if you don't like, you know, super dewy products on your face, you might not like this. But I loved it as, like, you know, me starting to double blush. You know, I would like combine like these two shades together. Or, you know, something similar like this with this, or, you know, like my Juvia's Place, I would combine this one with my Fenty Beauty, you know, just getting like the same colors, but double blushing, cream underneath my powder on top of my powder. So I'm going to put that back though, because I want to try some new blushes. So this Sephora Colorful Blush, this is a new one to my collection. It's called Over the Top, and it's a really gorgeous like coral shade. Really nice, really pretty. I like these. They are pigmented, but not too pigmented. It's like it just gives you a beautiful flush of color. So I would say me trying out Sephora products has really shown me that they have some really, really nice items, you know, in their arsenal. So let's just talk about this quickly. This is in Sweet Berries from Juvia's Place. Another beautiful cream blush that I was using, you know, as I was double blushing. Look at that. That pigment is crazy and it's absolutely gorgeous. So I would say with these, you know, go light, take it easy, because this is not like the ColourPop Dewy blushes. These are really pigmented, but they look beautiful, you know, underneath your powder. Let's see. Let's talk about the other cream blushes. So this one here from Give Beauty, the Dewy Plump Collagen Cheek Tint. This one, what shade is this? That's funny. This is the shade Hibiscus as well. So this is their version of Hibiscus. Really, really pretty color. Absolutely gorgeous shade. As you can see there, theirs is a little bit kind of dewy as well. But I found that this, when I blended it out, the pigment didn't stay as nice as the Juvia's Place. This one, the pigment kind of blended away. So I know these were on sale. Maybe that's why it didn't really hold the pigment, even, you know, as a double blush that I would have liked. But the color is really, really pretty. But just keep that in mind. It does blend away a bit. The e.l.f. favorite. These e.l.f. liquid blushes, man, are you kidding me? These things are super pigmented. They're absolutely gorgeous. This is Gorge Orange, as I'm talking about how gorgeous they are. These mugs, super pigmented and very long lasting, okay? So just absolutely gorgeous. This easily became one of my favorite liquid blushes to use. I bought another shade that you guys will see in my haul if you haven't watched it already. I know I have a haul coming up, but yeah, gorgeous blush shade. Blends out super nicely. Fell in love with this. I will buy all of the shades. I need to buy them before my my no buy. Well, actually, my no buy is really just for palettes. I hope you guys understand that. But okay, so next I have this Tower 28 blush. This one here is in Beach Please. It's one of their Power Hour like cream type blushes. Really pretty. I wouldn't say there's anything, you know, remarkable or to write home about when I talk about it. It does what it's supposed to do. I used it, you know, pre-powder and then double blushed with this as well. What I double blushed with this one was the clarity. So I would put this under my powder and put this on top of the powder. And these two shades work really, really well together. Absolutely gorgeous. So for my Clarity Cosmetics, this one is in Extra Shot Please. And the Clarity Cosmetics is really gorgeous. I had to play with these more because I wasn't sure about the lasting power. Even though they're extremely pigmented, I was like, is it lasting though? And it really lasted. It did last really nicely, and it worked out really, really well with, you know, me double blushing. So I loved both of those. And this color is actually really, really nice for fall. Really, really pretty for fall. So putting those back. Okay. Next for cream blushes. This is another one that I used, I believe, with that Clarity blush. This is the Morphe Euphoric Rush in the shade Hypnotized. So it's one of their ones that has that like creepy looking swirl in it. But, you know, as you can see, I've mixed mine up with using it. And these are actually really nice too. Nicely pigmented. The first shade that I got, I didn't like it. It was horrible because it was too dark and it looked like a bruise on my cheeks. But this one is very, very nice. I really like this one. So definitely, if they had any other shades that appealed to me, I would grab it. But for now, this one is really pretty in my opinion. Now my Gucci blush, surprisingly, I didn't really use this a whole lot. This is new to my collection. This is in the shade Warm Berry. It's one that I just had to have because it was like so gorgeous. This is another one that I would double blush with the Tower 28. Honestly, I would double blush with these shades. With this is the cream and this is the powder. But I only pulled it a couple of times. Maybe I just wasn't in the mood for this shade, but it is a gorgeous blush. It really is. I feel like it didn't give me as much punch and pigment as I was hoping for. But it is a higher end luxury brand blush, so you know it's probably not made for that. But yeah, it's a gorgeous shade, but it didn't really give me the punch that I was looking for. You know, but beautiful, beautiful blush. Glad to have it in my collection. So lastly, my two Fenty Beauty blushes. Let's talk about this one first, which is Summertime Wine. Oh my gosh. Gorgeous, beautiful. This is the perfect fuchsia plummy shade. If you're into this, these blushes are so pigmented. I'm not even playing with you. They're so pigmented. You know, I didn't have to double blush, but I did and did. So yeah, it's like with this shade, I would double blush with the Juvia's, you know, double blush with that, and just absolutely gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. I was actually shocked at the pigmentation. And this one is Daiquiri Dip. This was the first one that I had bought. Absolutely gorgeous. Love, love, love it. Super pigmented. Their blushes are just beautiful. And I would double blush this with the e.l.f. So I kind of pulled matching powders with liquids, and it worked out really, really well for me. I just love how that looks on my cheeks when I double blush. So love these. Would definitely say these are a great buy, great purchase. Okay, you guys. So now let's move on to like complexion. We have foundations, we have setting sprays, we have some lips and moisturizers, all kinds of goodies in here. Let's just start with this little tray of lip products that I have in here that I kind of focused on and wanted to talk about. Now I have two of these Fenty Beauty. These are the Gloss Bomb sticks. Really, really pretty. Really gorgeous. I enjoyed playing around with these, the two shades that I have. This one is the original Fenty Gloss Bomb, and then this one is the Riri. And I would say, you know, these kind of grew on me because at first I was like, you know, I just really like the Gloss Bomb. I don't like these. But yeah, they kind of grew on me, you know. So it's like they're really truly just like the regular Gloss Bombs, but in stick form. So these might be easier to use on the go, or, you know, to throw in your purse or whatever, which the Gloss Bombs are easy to throw in your purse, but sometimes the stick is just easier to use. But I enjoyed using these. I would say they kind of grew on me because at first I was like, whatever, but they cool. I also, oh my gosh, I love this. This was the, you know, limited edition holiday lipstick. What is this one called? The Fussy Flex. Yeah, the Fussy Flex. I did buy a backup of this because I love this stuff. I love the fact that it's like, you know, it's the two shades mixed together. So it's like you kind of get, you know, just like a different vibe every time you use it. But that's the basic vibe of it. And it's so gorgeous. It's really, really pretty on the lips. And you guys know I'm really kind of a nude girl, or just like a fuchsia burgundy type girl when it comes to my lips. So I really love this. I don't know if it's still available, but if it is, I would say it's a great grab, you know, even just as a limited edition holiday lip gloss. It's beautiful and I'm enjoying using it. And then another new favorite for me is the Summer Fridays. This is the Butter Balm, Lip Butter Balm. And I bought like the trio set that they had on sale at Sephora. And it was my first time trying these. I know people have talked about them forever, but it was your girl's first time trying them. I mean, they're not cheap, okay? These mugs are pricey, but that's what the applicator looks like, if you can see that. And yeah, I'm glad that I did. Unfortunately, they are a new favorite of mine, so I will have to pay the price for them. But these are so just, it's like thick and moisturizing in a good way. You know, it doesn't feel super thin or, you know, like it's going to just fade away. It just feels so, so good on the lips. And I love these now. Love them. So all of those are going to stay in rotation for sure. Okay, so for moisturizer, I really was just using my e.l.f. Holy Hydration Face Cream. I love this stuff, and you know, it's one of those, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I don't have to use a lot. As you can see, I have been working on this forever, okay, forever, because when I do my skincare and stuff, I use different moisturizers and stuff in the morning. So I really only use this when I sit down to do my makeup and I need a little extra moisture. I'm sorry if you guys can hear noise outside. It's trash day. But yeah, so I've really been just using my e.l.f. Holy Hydration. That really just stays in my drawer. Okay, so let's talk about primers. New primer that I fell in love with. I tried the small one, went back and bought the big one. And even though this is a big one, it's not that big. It's the Cali Ray So Blown Clean Blurring Primer with Collagen Peptides. I love this stuff. It just makes my skin feel so silky smooth. It actually does make me look a little bit more blurred. You know, I feel like just, it gives me a nice base for my foundation, and I love that. And I love the smell. I don't know what they put in this stuff, if it's kind of like a citrusy scent or something, but it smells so good. It says plumping hydrator, pore eraser, oil controller, makeup replacer. So I guess you can wear this by itself, but I really, really love this. Definitely going to keep buying it. This Touch and Soul, I only used this a couple of times. This is their Pretty Filter Icy Sherbet Primer. I've actually had this for a very long time. I probably got this in a subscription box, just keeping it a buck. And I mean, it's an interesting primer. It does add like a slight amount of blur to your skin when you use it. It's an interesting texture, as you can see. I don't know. I really don't know how I feel about this primer. I might actually let this go. It's not anything bad, but I don't feel like it's doing anything. You know, it's probably past its time and needs to go anyway. So we'll see. Let's see here. Okay, primer. This Watermelon Burst Hydrating Primer from Ciate London. I had this in my Shop My Stash before. Love this stuff. Extremely hydrating, you know, on those days when I'm feeling a little extra dry. This really, you know, added that extra boost of hydration to my face. It's a really, really nice hydrating primer. And I like the way it looks. It's really cool. You know, it looks like it has little seeds in it or whatever, but it's just, you know, a nice liquid primer. So this is going to go back. I tell you, the Cali Ray just stole the show. This month, the Cali Ray stole the show. The Fenty Beauty, this is the Pro Filter Instant Retouch Primer. I like this primer. I pulled this to use with, you know, my new Fenty soft lit foundation, just to kind of see how they worked together. And so, yeah, I really like this primer. Very, very nice. It's just a nice, smooth base. It just feels like, I won't say it feels like lotion, but it kind of does. You know, it's just a nice soft primer. Gives you a nice soft natural blur. Okay, so let's see. I have setting sprays, but let's talk about the concealers and the foundations next. So this Sephora Best Skin Ever. I pulled this concealer. Love this concealer. Okay. I realized with using it more and more that I really, really like it. Nice coverage, easy blend. It doesn't dry too quickly. It really is just a nice, beautiful concealer. It's gorgeous. And I wish I would have bought more when it was on sale, but I tried to buy more while it was on sale. But honey, my shade sold out. 35N. 35N was gone like immediately. So that's what I have, 35N. And if it goes back on sale, honey, I'm gonna stock up because I really like this concealer. The Maybelline Instant Rewind Age Rewind Eraser Concealer. I tried this out again. I love the concealer. The concealer itself is great, right? Great, beautiful concealer, you know. but it's so freaking messy. I hate this applicator. It's just like, oh, it's so messy. So I won't buy this again. I definitely will not buy it again. Even though I like the concealer, there's so many other concealers that I love that are not this messy. And this one is, what is that? 146. I guess that's the shade. 146. I don't know. But yeah. Great concealer. Just I don't need the mess in my life. I don't. I like nice, neat, clean things. Okay. Foundation stick. I forgot that I pulled this ColourPop No Filter stick. I'm thinking that I pulled this after my Shop My Stash because I don't remember pulling stick foundation, but who knows? This is in the shade Dark 175W. But I'm glad I tried it because I'm really not a stick foundation chick. I'm just not. I don't know. But I think I might be becoming a stick foundation chick because this shade was really, really nice on me. It looked great. It blended out so easily. It looked seamless. It really looked like skin. I was like, ooh, this is nice. This is nice. Okay. So yeah, I think I'm actually going to leave this in my drawer for a little while on those days when I want to just, throw on a few stripes of the stick and blend it out, because it really did blend out effortlessly with a brush, a little damp brush, and it looked great. It was a great makeup day. So this is a ColourPop No Filter stick. I've had this forever. So I don't even know if they still sell it, but I'm going to keep that in my drawer for a little while. I also tried this ColourPop No Filter foundation. I think, what do I have? The shade Deep Dark 185 in this, it looks like. I think this is the one that I pulled for my Flashback Friday. I need to do another Flashback Friday. That was fun. But I think that I pulled this one and I was like, that is not my shade. It's not going to work. The pump definitely doesn't work anymore. So I had to open it up and take, some out on the wand, and it ended up being a really good good match for me. And I really, liked how it turned out, with that look. So I was going to declutter it. It is pretty old. It probably needs to be decluttered, but I'm not going to declutter it just yet. I might try to just finish it up actually, because this, is not very full. There's not a whole lot in here, even though it looks like it. There's not a whole lot in here, and it actually was a good color match for me. So I might just leave that in my drawer just to finish it up on days when I'm not testing out other products and stuff, just to kind of run through it. This Fenty Beauty Soft Lit Foundation. I have the shade 425. I like this foundation, but what I realized is this foundation looks beautiful, but it's a little bit more, it's kind of dewy. Even though it's, like a natural finish or whatever, it's like a cross between a natural finish and a dewiness. So it's like I would use this on those days when I guess I'm feeling like my skin is a little extra dry and needs a little bit more hydration along with the coverage. Because, yeah, it's a little bit more dewy than I like. On the dewy natural side, the naturalness of it I love, but the dewiness could be a bit much pre-powder, if that makes sense. But this is an excellent foundation. It's very, very nice. I love it. And I think the color is really, really good. I tried out this Urban Decay Face Bond in the shade Medium Deep Warm 30. This stuff, you want to talk about coverage. You want to talk about something that just looks like it's skin and it does not take a lot. When I tell you just like the smallest amount, this is what the applicator looks like, but just the smallest amount, on your face and, blending it out with a brush or whatever. I would suggest a brush because a sponge will soak up too much of it. When I tell you it just becomes one with your skin, honey, it just becomes one with your skin. This is a good shade. I feel like if I had one that was just a hint lighter, it would work better for me, but I could definitely work with this, of course, as you can see. But when I tell you this stuff becomes one with your face, if you want, it's supposed to be like waterproof and smudge proof and all that stuff. I don't know about all that, but this is a really good foundation. I would choose this if I was, you know, having a long day or something like that, and I wanted to last day and into the night. This is a great foundation for that. It doesn't really seem like you get a whole lot in here. The package is really thin, but you don't need a lot either. So I really enjoyed this, but I would use this like just for specific times, you know, on specific types of days that I'm having, not just on an everyday situation. For me, I don't need face bond every day. Now this I threw in here because I was just going through my stuff and I pulled it out. I believe you can see it's rubbed off. I think this is Black Radiance Color Perfect Liquid Foundation or something. I've had this for years and I was really, really in love with this when I tried it out. I have the shade 8419 Caramel. I don't even know if they still sell this. That's how old it is. But I just wanted to play around with this and I still like this. This looks really, really good on me. It really does. So just like the old ColourPop one, I might just leave this in my drawer, you know, just to run through it and use it on those days when I really just kind of want to, I don't know, you know, just run through some of my foundations. Now this one, as you can see, you know, it has like a real, how can I say, like, I don't know. It has like a real luminosity to it. I think I fell in love with this because of the shade. The shade was just like a perfect match for me. And you see how good that looks? It looks really, really good. It's a really, really good match for me. I'll bring a little bit down over my tattoo, but it's a really, really good shade match for me. And it's not full coverage, as you can see, but it is buildable. And it just looks really good. And it feels really good on those light makeup days when you don't want like a heavy foundation or anything like that. You just want something light, but it's still going to look really good. But yeah, so I didn't pull this from my Shop My Stash. I just pulled it out because I saw it and wanted to see if I still liked it or if I needed to toss it. And I do. I actually really still like it. You can just see that nice, you know, look to it. Very nice light to medium buildable coverage. So yeah, but that's Black Radiance Color Perfect Liquid. I can't even see it because it's rubbed off. It's liquid something, y'all. Okay, so also here, the Tier. You guys know I tried the Tier for the first time. I have the shade 45W Chestnut. I love this stuff. It looks amazing. You know, with it, just the natural skin-like finish of it. It just looks amazing. But what I don't like about this one is the shade is a little bit dark for me. I mean, but you see that coverage. That was just one swipe. I could like seriously cover up my tattoos and stuff, but it's just a little dark for me. Now, what I did do was I did purchase a small in the lighter shade, right? So this is 43 in Deep Cocoa. I went ahead and kept it, even though it's not a match for me. I kept it because I was like, maybe I can mix them or something. I don't know. But I did keep it because I was like, you know, maybe on some days I might want to try this one out and just see how full face looks. But this one is 43. What did I say? 43 in. And see, that's what that one looks like. So it's like that one. It looks like it's a better match for me, honestly. But I mean, it definitely does on this camera. When I put it on my face, it kind of made me look a little sick though. It's like the undertone wasn't the best. You know, this one is a little bit warmer, even though it's too dark. This one is like super neutral. So I don't know. Maybe I will try a look using this one because just looking at it on camera, it does look like a better match to me, but it really did kind of make me look dead when I put it on my face. You know, it's like I didn't have any life in my skin. It looked a little muddy. So yeah, between the two, it's like neither one of them are a match for me, but child, I don't know, honey. I don't know. Okay, so let's move along. This Sephora Big by Definition mascara. Y'all, I don't know. I really don't know. It's like I've gone back and forth with this. Like one minute I love it, the next minute I hate it. I don't know. Maybe I just don't like mascara right now, but honestly, there's nothing wrong with it. I think it's a great mascara. It really is. It's just I've gone through the phases of it changing. It started out to me like super liquidy, and then it progressively got thicker and thicker, and then I started to like it more, and then it hit the point where it was too thick, and I was like, I don't like it again. So I don't know. It's just, I think it's a good mascara, you know, to try. I really do. I don't have anything negative to say about it like that. I just feel like I'm going through some type of feelings with this mascara, and I don't want to talk about it no more. I don't want to talk about it no more. I'm going to finish it up and just, child, I don't know. I pulled my Urban Decay eyeshadow primer potion to use, you know, for my eyeshadow base during this Shop My Stash, and I still like it. It's still an amazing primer, potion, eyeshadow primer. I have no complaints about it. It works amazing. I also was still using my Morphe eyelid primer. This stuff really works really, really well. I'm telling you, any type of eye look that I do with this, it comes out, I have no issues. It comes out just fine. So it's called Defend Your Artistry 12-hour long wear waterproof, you know, eyeshadow primer. So I like this stuff as well. So let's just run through these setting sprays right quick. This Slay All Day setting spray from Gerard Cosmetics that I've had for years and years and years. Do they still make makeup? Are they still in business? I don't know, because I never really purchased their other makeup products, but this was the collab with Rich Luxe, and I pulled this during my Flashback Friday, and this stuff still works. It still works, and I actually really like the way it smells. It smells like mint chocolate chip or something, but I'll probably just use this like to spray my brushes and stuff. I wouldn't really use it to set my face, but yeah, so I mean, it still works. I'm gonna keep it in my collection. This Sephora setting spray, I like this stuff. I like it a lot. It's the 16-hour wear, transfer proof, sweat and humidity resistant. I don't know if it does all that, but I really like the way that it does set my makeup. I like the sprayer because I do like a nice soft spray. If you see that, you know, I do like a nice soft spray, not something that feels like it's punching me in the face. Very, very nice. Like this a lot. Would definitely repurchase. This Fenty Beauty. This one was the What It Do. I don't really know if it necessarily made my face look dewy when I used it. It's just like a regular setting spray to me. It didn't leave a lasting impression. I'll say that. The sprayer is very nice though. Look at this. You see that? Very, very nice. Very soft mist. And that is the type of spray that I like. So that's probably why I like this. I don't really feel like it made me dewy though. And then the last setting spray that I used is the Tear Mask Fit Makeup Fixer. Okay, so a fixing spray is really supposed to be what holds your face in place all day long, sets you, you know, for it not to move, all that good stuff. Not necessarily to hydrate and moisturize and all that stuff. It's long lasting, blurring effect, moist. Moist finish. Okay, did we like that word, moist? Anyway, so this is what this one looks like. It's just like a quick poof, 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 but it's not like crazy powerful. Very nice. I really like this. We'll keep this in rotation. Okay, you guys, so last but not least, let's talk about the palettes that I used and the eye products that I used. So I did do a look using this Juvia's Place Culture 2 palette. Very, very pretty. This palette is gorgeous. It's super duper colorful and it's really, really pretty. I hope my camera is focusing on that nicely so you guys can see just how pretty it is, because it is gorgeous. But I did a green look with this, and I know I used like this shade and this shade and this shade and this shade to create that look. Really, really pretty. But also with that eye look, I went in with a couple of my other eye products that I'm trying to, you know, use more of my other eye products that I really don't reach for a lot. This one is from Kyma Cosmetics. It's Dreamcatcher. And it's just this really, really pretty loose pigment, but it has like beautiful green and brown flecks in there. It's so pretty. And then I also use this Kristen Lee Cosmetics Glimmer Gel. This is one that I believe it's in the shade Devious. But these are like almost identical, honestly. And I didn't realize how identical they were until I put them both on my eyes. The loose pigment I put on my lid and the cream gel I put in my inner corner, and they were like exactly the same. So, but it was gorgeous. Very, very vibrant, very bold, very beautiful. I really had fun playing with this. So I definitely plan on using more of my little miscellaneous loose pigments and creams and Super Shock shadows and stuff like that more. Now, this palette I know I pulled from my Flashback Friday. It was the Jaclyn Hill palette with Morphe. And it's so funny. It was like an accidental look because I went in, you know, with just some warm shades. And then I went in with this gorgeous blue-green shade thinking that it was a shimmer. I don't know why I thought it was a shimmer, because it's just as matte can be. And so it turned into an all matte eye look. And I really liked it. It was pretty. Not one of my absolute favorite eye looks, but it was fun just pulling out a super OG old palette to play with and having a good time with it. And the shadows worked perfectly fine. So yeah, played with that. What else did I play with? Ooh, the Angry Leprechaun. Okay. I did do a video using this palette. It's very aggressive. The packaging is very aggressive, very apropos to the Angry Leprechaun theme from Clarity Cosmetics. And child, this palette, chef's kiss. Chef's kiss. The mattes were beautifully pigmented, easy to work with. But, you know, if you don't like super serious color, this might not be for you, because these shadows are extremely pigmented and the shimmers are just like, oh my gosh. The shimmers are gorgeous. I said I wasn't going to be doing all that swatching. They're a little, how can I say? Like some of them, not all of them, like this one here, this orangey gold is a little bit thick, a little bit, you know, kind of like aggressive, but, very, very pretty. Very, very pretty. Gorgeous. So anyways, this palette is beautiful. I had an amazing time using it. Love, love, loved it. Okay, you guys. So next I have the ABH Sugar palette from Anastasia Beverly Hills. This palette is so cute. Perfect little pocket-sized palette. Really, really adorable. But listen, this palette is amazing. I really, really had a good time using this palette. The mattes just buttery smooth. The shimmers gorgeous with the beautiful little like holiday twinkle in there. So, so pretty. I was pleasantly surprised when I used this palette. I wasn't really expecting much. And I was like, yo, it was really, really pretty. Really, really nice. Had a good time using it. So yeah, I would definitely say this is a great palette. If you're thinking about picking it up and you like these colors, You won't be disappointed. Really, really nice. Next, we have here this Sigma Beachy eyeshadow palette. I love the packaging for this palette with the clear front, and then on the back, as you can see, they actually have the shades on there as well. But yeah, I wanted to try out, you know, the formula for these smaller Sigma palettes. So I just grabbed it one day. I didn't film it or anything. And I just sat down to play with these blue eyeshadows and these pretty cool tone browns in here. I feel like this is a really nice, well-rounded palette. It performed nicely. I didn't have any issues. The mattes were very easy to blend, pigmented, beautiful. Then the shimmers were actually really gorgeous. I did a very blue heavy eye look. And like I said, I just sat down to play around with it and I really enjoyed it. Definitely a great little travel palette. You guys know I'm always looking for a cute little palette and a well-rounded color story to throw into my makeup travel bag. And this definitely would make the cut. It has a black, it has a lighter shade for an inner corner pop. It has some really pretty browns in here for a nice neutral look. And the blues are just gorgeous. So yeah, I think it's a very, very nice, well-rounded palette. I think they did good with these and I can't wait to try my other ones because I have a few more to try. Okay, next we have the Nomad Polar Express. Love their packaging. You can actually see the train through the outer box. So it's like this train is on the actual palette. So, and there's a cutout. And with Nomad, they have the shades on the back of the palette as well, or the back of the box as well, I should say. And they have a little postcard in here. You know, Nomad Cosmetics, their whole theme is travel themed palettes, right? So you can see on the back of here, it doesn't have the shades, but if you want to have that, then you need to keep the actual box. But this is their Polar Express palette. The palette is gorgeous. I believe I did a couple of looks using this palette, but really, really pretty, gorgeous holiday color story. I feel like they really got it right with the Polar Express, the theming of the movie, the theming of the packaging that they chose. I feel like they really did a good job. So this is the eye look that I created. Like I said, I think I did a couple of eye looks using this palette, not just one. So I might be showing multiple eye looks, but yeah, really, really gorgeous, really pretty color story. And this one here in the center is like this really pretty, like duochrome, or is it a multi-chrome, child? I don't know, but whatever it is, it's gorgeous. Look at that. You see that? Just really, really pretty. I mean, all of these shades in here are actually really gorgeous. I don't know why I just focus on that one, but I love that taupey shade. I love that silvery shade. All really, really pretty. This shade is gorgeous as well. Kind of like the, you know, rosy tone shimmer. They're all just super gorgeous. This palette. Oh, this one up here. Can't forget that one up there, child. I'm doing the most trying to hold this palette and swatch at the same time. But that one, look at that. Ah! Look at that. Just gorgeous. All of these shimmers in this palette are really, really pretty and perform really, really nicely. So anywho, those are the looks that I did with this palette. Really enjoyed it. And it's definitely a palette you can use all year round. Okay, so next I have my Frosty the Snowman palette from ColourPop. This palette is so stinking cute. It's so cute. I love the packaging and everything. It's just, they did an excellent job with the packaging for this palette. I love this palette because it's very nostalgic for me. If you guys watched my video using it, you know that it just touches my heart. The color story is, I think they did an amazing job. The color story for this is beautiful. It might not look like much, but it definitely is some really, really pretty shades in here. Does an amazing little winter eye look. I definitely felt like I was in Winter Wonderland with the eye look that I did. And if you didn't check out that video, definitely check it out. I had a lot of fun playing with it. The mattes were Really, really nice. I don't know if ColourPop has a better formula in their collab palettes, but this palette worked really, really well. The shimmers were beautiful. The mattes worked out just fine, nice and pigmented, blended easily. So yeah, I don't have any complaints about this palette. Just really, really enjoyed using it. And I'm so glad I have it in my collection. Okay, so if you guys are regular viewers of mine, you know that I started a series using all of my Pat McGrath palettes, and I started with the motherships. And so I do have videos for these 3 that I've used already. I'm still working my way through slowly as I mix it in with my other makeup that I'm using. But this first one here is the Mothership 1 Subliminal. And this is the one that has the cool tones and it has the blue. And I will say out of the 3 that I've used so far, this one is my favorite. And I don't know if it's because of the cool tones or the blue, but I really, really enjoyed using this. Of course, Pat McGrath's formula is amazing. Her specialty shimmers are crazy. And that blue, electric, right? So yeah, I really enjoyed using this. And so far, this one is my favorite so far. Now, I do know the Bronze Seduction has actually been my favorite overall, like out of all the ones that I have tried. So when I get to that one, my favorite might change because I still love the Bronze Seduction. But that blue one touches my heart. So this one is Mothership 2 Sublime. And this one has the warmer tone browns and it has the green and gold in there. And this one was very enjoyable as well. I do love a beautiful green eyeshadow and a gold mixed with it. So I did kind of mix those 2 on my lid together. And I really, really love the eye look I created. Once again, same amazing Pat McGrath formula. And, you know, I really enjoyed actually going in and swatching these wet. You know, I totally forgot that, you know, it really, really hypes up and pumps up the pigment on the specialty shades when you use them wet. So I had a good time playing with them wet as well as dry. And then lastly, the Mothership 3 that I used during this Shop My Stash session. This one is the Subversive. If you watch my video, you probably heard me saying submersive. And I meant subversive, so my bad. But this one has a very unique color story. Gorgeous, gorgeous shimmers in here. But if you're not used to combining these type of shades together, it might get a little tricky or a little intimidating to use this palette. So you can do a lot of one and dones, you know, brown crease or, you know, black crease and pop that color on top. And it's just, they all look amazing. All of these shimmers in here are absolutely gorgeous. I love the fact that with all of these shimmers, the specialty shades and the satins, she did put the brown and the black in here as well. So you can create a cohesive look using this palette for sure. But you definitely have some really out there colors if you like a bold eye look like I do. You guys know I do. So yeah, absolutely gorgeous. And I really, really enjoyed this one as well. Okay, you guys, so now it's time for me to shop my stash and pull some new items. So let's go ahead and move into that. Okay, you guys, so now it's time for me to pick my new products for the upcoming month or so. I would say January. I'll try to do another Shop My Stash in February. I'm just looking at my primers right now and I'm like, I don't know what kind of mood I'm in in regards to primer. So I might pick about 3 or 4 primers, you guys, just so I have options because I'm not sure. I know this Tatcha. This is really calling to me right now. The Tatcha Silk Canvas Primer. I haven't used this in a while, I don't think. Filter Finish. Packaging. Ugh, packaging. Like, I got a nice little dent in there. I never really hear anybody talking about this anymore. It's so funny how products become like crazy viral and then you just never hear anyone talking about it anymore. It's so funny to me. But anyways, I'm going to pull that. I really, really used to love this no Problem primer from Touch and Soul. This used to be one of my absolute favorites, and gosh, I haven't used this in so long. Smooth and pore covering top secret for perfect makeup. That's funny. I used to love this stuff though, so I'm gonna pull this and see how I feel about that now. And I'm really tempted to pull this Milk, the gold one. This one is the Milk Hydro Grip and Glow Primer. Since I'm really in a glow phase right now, I'm really tempted to pull that, but I'm not sure yet. I'm not really feeling the water gel primers. Do I want to go in with a Jelly Pop Dew? I haven't really been in a dew mood either. I've really been more in kind of like a blurring and pore filling type mood. So why don't we pull the Professional from Benefit, the pore primer? Why don't we pull this? You know, work on these pores. I think I'm gonna go ahead and pull this too. I'm already at 4 primers, you guys. This is ridiculous. And I actually want one more. Now, this e.l.f. Stay Cool Primer Stick, love, love, love this. Okay, when it first came out, I was like, oh my goodness. And I have not used this since then, or, you know, in quite a while. So I'm gonna pull this as well, because this is kind of like a primer slash moisturizer, right? Or hydrator. So I'm gonna pull this as well. So that's enough primers. Okay, now I really don't know if I need both of my foundation, you know, holders out, because this one here actually has like all of the newer foundations that I purchased. I just purchased this Tarte Amazonian Clay 16-hour full coverage foundation. I'm not sure if I want to try that. I do have this, what is it called? About Face, the Performer Skin Focused Foundation. So this one I have in the shade D1 Olive, and I just purchased this one recently as well, and I'm really, really curious about this. So I'm definitely going to pull this. Very curious about that. I also got this Sephora Reveal the Real. This is a soft radiant skin tint, and I have the shade 250 Deep. So I'm really curious about this as well. I didn't even open it. It still has the plastic on here, but I feel like I want to swatch this one for you guys, only because you really cannot tell through the packaging the shading on these things. Okay, so shake it up. So this is, yeah, this is a skin tint. Ooh, oh, she watery. I don't think I shook her up enough. See how watery that is? Oh, but that's pretty. That is so pretty. It's crazy because it feels like water almost. You see that? Really pretty. This is definitely a good shade for me, but I don't think I shook it up enough. I don't think I shook it up enough because it was a little bit like watery. So no, I guess it is just watery. Child, look at that. Yeah, it's watery. But that's what it looks like. If you're curious, you can kind of see just from that bit that I put there, you know, definitely a skin tint. So yeah, I want to try this out with the full coverage concealer and see how I like it. Okay, so I'm not really in the mood for this, so I'm gonna put this back. I am really curious about this Win Beauty by Serena Williams. So this is a hydrating skin enhancing tint with SPF 30. And I have the shade Flow 345. And yeah, I'm really curious about that. Oh, look at that. How pretty. Very, very pretty. So I'm going to pull this. So that's 3. Gosh, so that's 2 skin tints and 1 foundation. I feel like I need to pull another foundation just in case. Just in case, right? Do we know how we feel about the Sephora Best Skin Ever foundation? This is a long wear foundation. Do I know how I feel about this? I don't think so. This is in the shade 50N. So I'm going to pull this. Okay, that's enough foundation. Okay, I lied. When I was putting my foundation away, I just glanced and saw this KVD, you know, like cream foundation. This is the KVD Good Apple Skin Perfecting Foundation Balm, it looks like. And this is in the shade Tan 072. And I saw this when I was, you know, putting my foundations back. And I was just like, you know what? I've been wanting to pull this. Because I don't know. Since I'm getting more into the creams and the liquids and all that stuff, I want to try this out and see how I feel about it. So I'm going to pull this as well. Okay, so for concealers, I just pulled one of my concealer drawers out because this is actually going to be very easy for me because I do want to try my new concealers. Even though this is Shop My Stash, I want to try my new stash, okay? Because since I'm pulling the Win Beauty foundation, I want to try my Win Beauty concealers to go along with that foundation. So I did get one that's the same shade as my skin, and I got one that's lighter for brightening. So I am definitely going to try these two out with the Win Beauty foundation. I also just got the Yummy Skin Lift and Flex Concealer in the shade 12 from Danessa Myricks, and I do want to try this as well. I'll leave it at that. We'll just keep the concealer simple. I'll focus on those. If I don't like them, then I'll pull some more. Okay, you guys, so coming over here to my mascaras, I already know that I want to try out this Panorama here. Who is this by? Is this, yeah, this is L'Oreal. L'Oreal Panorama 1.4 time black mascara. So I already know that I want to use this. So I'm going to go ahead and pull this. This is what the wand looks like. Looks like it's one of those spiky ones. So I don't know, but I'm gonna go ahead and pull this one and see how I like it. And yeah, I'm just gonna do one mascara at a time and just, you know, because I don't want to have a bunch of mascaras open. I just got this Cali Ray, but I'll focus on that another time. Okay, so let's pick out a moisturizer. My moisturizer drawer is like super high, so I'm trying to hold this up and look at the same time. I have a couple of these Sunday Riley ones. I should probably use this since I have a couple of them. Try and get more use out of it. So yeah, I'll go ahead and pull this CEO. It's like a vitamin C enriched hydrating cream. So I'll pull this to use. Okay, you guys, so let's look at these bronzers. I don't know, you guys probably can't see too good in there, but I'll just pull them out. I definitely need to try this. I need to try this Luminous Silk Bronzing Powder. This one is from Giorgio Armani. I just got this. And the reason why I need to try it is because I'm not sure on the shade. It looks pretty dark. And if it's too dark, I kind of want to see if I can exchange it. So I kept the box, but I feel like it might be a little too dark for me to bronze with. So I'm going to go ahead and pull this. Let's see here. Oh, I did get this Juvia's Place Bronzed Duo, which I thought I already had, but apparently I didn't. So I do want to try this. I feel like it's going to be beautiful, but I do want to try it and make sure. So I am going to pull that. So yeah, we are using our new goodies. I kind of want to pull my Charlotte Tilbury bronzer, right? This is the Airbrush bronzer in 4. And I kind of want to pull this because I know this is gorgeous. Let me compare this one to the Giorgio Armani, because that one I know is a beautiful shade for me. And so I'm thinking, yeah, the Giorgio Armani does look a little, just a hair darker. She might be too dark. but we're going to see. I'm going to pull both of these and compare the two. So that's enough for bronzer because I'm still using my ColourPop bronzing stick. I did get this new stick from Amy Cole, but I'm not going to use that this time. I'll use it next time. Okay, you guys, so let's go ahead and look at some highlighters. I definitely want to pull some more liquid highlight, and I have a couple of new highlighters I want to look at, but I was kind of doing a bit of a highlighter declutter the other night, just a random highlighter declutter. And I was looking at this one, which is Zoeva, and this one is Visionary Light in the shade Surreal. And look how pretty. Oh my gosh, it's so gorgeous. So I was just like, you know what? I need to pull that because it's beautiful. You see that? So pretty, and definitely was not going to declutter that. So I'm going to pull that. And I have this new highlighter that I got from House Labs. I just picked this one up during the sales, I believe. And it's Bio Radiant Gel Powder Highlighter in pink amethyst. Yeah. So this one is really gorgeous, but I don't know if I'm in the mood for like a highlighter like that. See how it has that pink in there? You could see it compared to the Zoeva. It has that pink in there. I don't think I'm in the mood for that. So I'm going to pass on that. The Dior is always nice. The Dior Backstage Glow Face Palette in Copper Gold. This one might be nice because I'm feeling like I'm kind of in this type of a mood. These are really, really pretty, but it seems like I pulled this one not too long ago. It seems like I could be wrong though. Ciao. Using a finger that I didn't even swatch with. Oh my Lord. Dang. I don't know if I pulled this recently, but I'm pulling it again because it's pretty. So I'm gonna pull that. Okay, let me take a look at some like liquid highlighters. Lower you guys a little bit. Some liquid highlighters, if you will, per se. Okay, I think that's a little bit better. So yeah. I got these new Juvia's Place ones. If you watched my haul, you know I just got these Juvia's ones. So I definitely want to pull one of these. This one I think is the deepest one, which is the Nubian Gleam. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and pull the Nubian Gleam because I'm definitely in my liquid highlighter era. Oh my goodness. I did have a House Labs highlighter. See, that's what I get for shopping so much. This is the new one I bought. The pinky tone one I already had. That's probably why I didn't use it a lot because I'm not always in the mood for the pinky tones. Ciao. So this one is Raw Amber. This is the new one. Oh my goodness. What, ciao? See, yeah, and these are very soft and pretty. I don't know if you can even see that. Yeah, that is very, very soft. Let me put it on my hand and see if you can see it a little better. I'll put it up here. Yeah, that's pretty. Child, no wonder why I thought I didn't have one and I already had one. Okay, I'm gonna pull this because I want to try it out. And that's enough highlighter, child. I done pulled 4 highlighters. Okay, you guys, I know this is a crazy angle, but I'm doing the best I can with what I got. Okay. Anyway, and this drawer actually needs to be cleaned up and reorganized because since I purchased some new items, I got stuff kind of like all over the place and it's a little bit messy. So we will organize, child. We will organize. Okay. So it is December moving into January. I'm going to go for maybe some cooler tone blushes. I really want to try out one of these blushes I got from Colored Rain, you know, during their going out of business sale. I'm just really curious of how pigmented they actually are because they look so freaking pigmented. And I'm just like, do they look like this on the cheek? If so, that's a little scary, a little scary. So I don't know. I might have to save those for like summertime or something though, because I'm really feeling more like this type of shade, you know, for January, kind of a more cooler, wintry type vibe. Let me see. So this is one of my e.l.f. blushes and oh, that's pretty. Oh, she pretty. You see that color? Oh, that's gorgeous. So I'm gonna pull this. Let me see what shade this is. Okay, so this is Suave Mauve. Y'all know e.l.f. do they writing so small, they think everybody can see. But yeah, I'm gonna pull this and I'm going to keep this right here close to me because I need to pull a powder that's going to be close to this shade since I've been double blushing. This Charlotte Tilbury is very similar to that shade, so I'm not gonna pull that right now. Ooh, one of these, either Tinted Live or Hourglass. Let's go with the Hourglass. So this is the Hourglass Unreal liquid blush. Oh, this color is gorgeous. What color is this, child? Imagine. Okay. Oh, it's still got the sticker on there because it's brand new. Oh, and it has like a little squeezy thing. And this stuff is like crazy pigmented. Oh, you push. That's what I remember. You push from the bottom. I remember when I was in Sephora, I was like, how do you get this stuff out? Oh, and I definitely need to shake it up, honey, because ain't nothing coming out of here but water. Okay, so I'm going to push on the bottom and, you know, see if I can there we go. So that's what it looks like. Very, very liquidy, but child, look at that color. That's gorgeous. I hope the light is not too bright, but that color is so pretty. So this actually is probably going to be a good match with that Clarity Cosmetics blush that I already pulled last month because this looks about the same color. Do we want to do... I got these new ones that I got from Cosmic Beauty. This one is really pretty. This one is really pretty. And then the Nutmeg. The Nutmeg is the one that actually looks like a freaking bronzer shade, honestly. Yeah, see, this one looks like a bronzer shade. So I'll deal with that one later. Not today. But I want one more. But I'm not sure what I'm in the mood for. I don't want anything bright. And because I have a type, a lot of my stuff looks the same. You know, like peachy coral is my vibe, honey. Magenta is my vibe. This is pretty. This looks... dang, that's very similar. Come on, KK. Figure it out. Pick something different. This is Dominique Cosmetics Cream Blush in Soft Pink. That's pretty. That's similar, but it has more of a pinky tone to it. I want something dramatically different. Do I do an orange? I don't want to do orange. Come on, girl, get it together. Let me look at my other blushes. Maybe those are the only two liquids that I do. Can y'all see down here? Ciao. How about that? How about that? How about now? You know what I have not tried? I don't think. Have I tried any of the new Tarte holiday blushes that I got in that little holiday set? Oh, that's pretty. But tell me this is not almost the same color. It's not. It's a little different. I'm gonna pull this. It's pretty. It's kind of bright, but it's pretty. Yeah, I definitely have a type. I'm noticing that, honey, because my blushes, this is the new Nude Stick Stack blush that I got. I don't know what color this is, but same thing. Beautiful corally shade. I definitely have a type, and it's starting to get on my nerves because because it's like all my stuff looks the same. The buttermilk back and butter. You know, it's like it's either corally, a dusty rose, or like a magenta type shade. Same type of shade. This might be a good match with this though for double blushing. Yeah, so I'll pull this one to double blush with. So I still need to find a shade similar to this to double blush with. This is kind of close, right? This is the Flower Beauty Flower Pots in Barrymore. Barrymore, get it, Drew Barrymore? Yeah, that would be a good double blush match, I think. What y'all think? Okay, so that's good. But let me go ahead and pick like one darker shade. This is one of the ColourPop Baby Cakes. Is that the name of it? Baby Cakes Pressed Powder Blush. That's pretty. That's pretty. That's a contender. Oh, I got e.l.f. This is pretty. e.l.f. Shimmer Infused Blush. Ooh, Always Lucky. This is pretty. That's pretty too, huh? Yeah, that's pretty. I can't spend all day on blush, girl. Let me pull this. I'm going to pull the ColourPop Heart for sure. Yeah, everything is truly looking the same, honey. Everything is looking the same. I don't even know if y'all can see this far down, honey. I just want one that's going to be darker. This is some Jaclyn Hill. No, it's not dark. Patrick Ta has some dark blush, right? Patrick Ta. She's That Girl. That ain't dark. That's like light. I'm pretty sure I have a dark one by him. Oh, She's Different. Oh, that was kind of dark, but that's the same doggone color I've been picking this whole time. This one, She's Vibrant. That's pretty too. Very, very bright. She is vibrant, child. I'm just looking for a dark, something dark. Dark and different though. Oh, this is dark. Okay, Marc Jacobs. This one is Shameless. I know this is dark. It better be. Yeah, that's dark. So this is Marc Jacobs Shameless. I'm going to pull this one because she's dark. Okay. Is it closed? I guess so. So I'm going to pull that. Is that it for blush, you guys? One size. Ooh, those are pretty. Yep. Same colors I always buy. This one is Cheek Clapper. Are they all called Cheek Clapper? That's pretty too, but that's not what I'm looking for. I'm really looking for something that's kind of like this or even darker, honestly. Did I use this one already? Seems like I did. This one is Mulberry Rose. Maybe I did, maybe I didn't. I don't know. But, oh, now these are ones that I never pull. These are Uma Beauty. And I think one of these might be kind of dark. Black Pearl. So this is Uma Beauty Black Pearl. Let me see. Yeah, this one is pretty dark. That one's pretty dark. So I'm going to go ahead and pull this as well. Okay, so we got our blush. Okay, you guys, so I came back up here to my cream blushes to pull a blush to double blush with, this dark Marc Jacobs. So I pulled this NYX Sweet Cheeks, and this one is in the shade Showgirl. So I feel like these two would be a good combination to double blush with, the cream and then the powder on top. So I pulled this, okay? Okay, so you guys know my powder drawers are almost on the floor basically because they're on the bottom. I really need to rearrange my room. I might have to do a video rearranging my room for 2025. But anyway, so these are my pressed powders. And I do have some new ones. I do have the new Easy Bake in the Cherry Blossom that I bought you know, because I love the loose. So I bought the Cherry Blossom shade in a pressed form. I also bought a new Sephora. I think is this a powder foundation? Yeah, powder foundation to try because I'm looking for, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to open this because I'm actually holding my camera right now. But, oh, that's pretty. Yeah, I'm going to pull this because I'm looking for a new powder foundation to fall in love with. So I'm going to pull this for sure. I also got these new Kosas powders. I got a lighter one and I did get a darker one. So that's the darker one, Silky Cloud Set. And the lighter one is Softly Cloud Set. So I'm probably going to try these two as well because I'm really curious on those to see how I like them. So yeah, I think this is going to really be just like a new powder trying Shop My Stash because I want to try this stuff because if I don't like it, honey, I'm going to return it or exchange it, you know. So I'll try the pressed Cherry Blossom as well. Okay, and so I think I'm just going to pull one loose powder to use since I have the Cherry Blossom, which is a lighter shade, and I also have one of the Kosas, which is a lighter shade. So I have powder everywhere. I need to clean this stuff. I did grab this one size smaller powder to try them out and see if I like it. Have I used this one already? I don't know. This is Sweet Honey, and I don't think I used this, even though I did buy it recently. I may have, but I'm going to pull this as a lighter under the eye powder, just in case I don't like the Cherry Blossom, even though I think I'm going to. I'll pull this one just in case. Okay, so I think I'm just about done with complexion. This is a mess, you guys. Don't look. But this is everything that I already talked about that I need to put back. And for setting spray, I think I'm going to stick with the Tier. So I'm just going to pull the Tier back out of my return bin. The Sephora setting spray is nice too. So yeah, I think I'm going to just keep these same two setting sprays, the Tier and the Sephora. Those two are good. I'm going to stick with them. I'm going to stick beside them. Okay. Okay. And I don't think I'm going to pick any specific lip products. I have a lot of new lip products to play with that I showed in my haul video. So, you know, I have this ABH lip cream. I really want to play around with this Charlotte Tilbury lip plumper. So I'm definitely going to be playing with that to see if it does anything with my little skinny lips. And then I have these e.l.f. lip oils. So I have a lot of lip products, you know, more ABH lip gloss to play with. This Patrick Ta is really, really gorgeous. So, you know, y'all know I'm pretty basic when it comes to my lip products. So if you want to know what lip products I'm going to be using, you can just watch my haul video and see which ones I'm going to be using. So I just have this whole tray set up here. I got some new lip shades, but they're all pretty much the same. They're all like nudes, lip glosses, lip oils. I definitely have a type. Y'all see I have a type. So that's what I'm going to be doing. Okay. Okay, so last but not least, you guys know lately with my Shop My Stashes, I haven't really liked to just pick a bunch of palettes that I'm going to say for sure that I'm going to use because my brain doesn't work that way. I just use whatever palette that I feel like using that morning, you know? So I don't really do that anymore because it never works out for me. And plus, I am still going through my Pat McGrath palettes and creating looks with those. But I will show you some palettes that have kind of, you know, garnered my attention that are going to most likely be in the next month's lineup if I get to all of these. So this first one here is the Viseart Cashmere Charmeuse Étendue. I just got this, just picked this up from Viseart, and it's not anything like super exciting, but it is a very, very pretty, just sexy, mature basic, easy color story. And so I want to create an eye look with this and see how it looks on me, you know, because like I said, it's not very exciting, but I do want to play with it. And I want to become more familiar with the Viseart eyeshadow formula because I really don't use their palettes. This Halloween palette from Glamlight, the color story, this is Halloween 2 actually, but the color story in here is very, very intriguing to me. I like the cool toneness. I like this taupey, like rustic area over here. Of course, I like the blues and these golds. So I just want to kind of play around with this and see how creative I can get with this color story. I also have here the Galactic Visitor. This is Angelica Nyquist's new eyeshadow palette that she came out with, and I definitely want to play with this. It's from Singe Beauty, and this color story is really, really pretty. I think it's beautiful for winter, and I want to create a look with this, so that is definitely piqued my attention. The Natasha Denona I Need a Warm. Now, this is a palette that I definitely bought because I am a collector, Natasha Denona collector of her larger palettes. I don't have all of them, but I have quite a few of them. And that's another thing when I'm thinking about this no-buy that's coming up, that's going to be a problem for me because I am a collector of certain brands like Natasha Denona, ABH, Juvia's Place. I have a lot of Beauty Bay palettes, ColourPop for sure. That's going to be a problem for me, you guys, because if they come out with a palette and I think that it's going to go away or it's like limited edition or something, child, I'm buying it. I'm already breaking the rules. I know, but that's going to be a problem for me because, honey, I do collect certain brands and Natasha Denona is one of them. So anyway, look at that. So pretty. At first, I just acquired it for my collection. I was like, you know, I'll use it eventually because it's just a pretty neutral brown palette, but them shimmers are calling to me. And it's funny because I saw someone else, I was watching a video of somebody using this palette and I was like, child, I need to use my palette. So I pulled it out to get acquainted with it. This ColourPop After Hours palette, I bought this a while ago. I believe I grabbed it from Ulta and showed it to you guys already, but I'm still very intrigued by it. So this is in the lineup for me to use very soon because it's so pretty. Haven't used it yet. This 'Tis the Season from Cosmic Beauty. This is their holiday palette that they came out with, and I just showed this in my haul video. But look at this. I can get several looks from this. I mean, a green look, a purple look, a, you know, pinky red look, a neutral look. So this palette is definitely very versatile and it has piqued my attention. So this is up front. Okay. This is up front runner. Now these two palettes I've had for a while, actually, since they first came out from Inslee Rain. I have the Flutter and the Flourish. And even though they're kind of like more like summer, spring themed with the little fairies and everything, it's like, I love these color stories. And y'all know them shimmers got me in a headlock. So I'm probably going to play with one of these, if not both. So this is the Flutter and this is the Flourish. The Flourish I almost didn't get because actually it's a little bit brighter than what I am currently liking to put on my eyes. But baby, when I swatched, I don't know if it was this one. Was it this one? I don't know. I swatched one of these shades. Oh, it was this one down here, this one. And I was like, girl, if you don't use that palette to do something with, yeah, it was this one. This one here, honey. Just beautiful. I was like, oh, I would love to create a gorgeous, just bright, happy eyeshadow look with that. So this right here on the lid, yeah, I want to play with that. So those two have definitely piqued my interest. This Unearthly Just a Taste. I know I showed this one already in my haul, but This is right up my alley right now. Beautiful grunginess, and then the gorgeous red and purple tones. Yeah, this is definitely one that is on my radar. And then lastly, the Light in Your Eyes palette from Inslee Rain. I'm telling you, Inslee Rain has me in a headlock right now. Their color stories, their formula, their shimmers, their mattes, everything is just so appealing and exciting to me right now. So yeah, this is definitely getting used. I don't know when, but this is definitely on a up next type basis right now. Okay, look at that. Oh, she's gorgeous. So anyways, so I just wanted to share with you guys the palettes that have piqued my interest, so you kind of have an idea of what might be up on the agenda for videos to come, because I have a lot of different things that I want to play with. I bought a lot of single shadows. If you watched my haul video, you know I bought a lot of single shadows that I want to play with as well, from ColourPop Super Shock shadows, from Moira, their beautiful shimmery singles. So I'm going to be combining a lot of things together and just having fun and enjoying my makeup and having a good time. So yeah, we'll reconvene on the whole no buy thing when it comes to palettes that I collect, because child, that's gonna be a problem. So anyways, thanks so much for watching my video, you guys, hanging out with me to pick my new items for this upcoming month. And I will see you guys in my next video. Toodles!